Hey Taurus, welcome you on your reading for the month of November. I guess we can get started. Okay, so Taurus for November. What is going on for Taurus in November? What's the energy for Taurus for November? Ooh, we have the devil reversed, okay? Oh, okay, so I see you like holding on to something, okay? Like really holding on to something, okay? And not being able to just let go, okay? Maybe being jealous or just, like trying to control something too much, okay? But yeah, Taurus, I see like a lot of holding on, and not necessarily like in the bad sense of that word, like being angry or jealous or envy something, okay, but let's see more. November for Taurus. What is there? November for Taurus. Okay. Yeah, and we have the Ace of Cups. Okay. What I'm kind of getting by that is you can't forgive someone or just let go of some situation. You just keep holding on to this anger, and or to this heartbreak, It's like you just can't forgive someone or something or just let go, you just feel like you have to keep holding on like emotionally to something, or to this maybe it's not even about anger but maybe rejection, okay, to maybe being hurt by someone. Yeah, maybe you are holding on to someone or something and you are very like angry or very heartbroken, and that's why you are holding on to them and you are being angry at them or at some situation because this situation or person hurt you, okay, Taurus? So that's what I'm kind of getting. Okay, what else is there for November for Taurus? November for Taurus. Taurus in November, what's the energy for November for Taurus? What's the energy for November for Taurus? Yeah, and we have the Nine of Wands, okay? Yeah, it's just like, as I said, there's this constant need of kind of protecting yourself. You feel like you have to like emotionally hold on into something because you have to like protect yourself from something or whatever like that. Let me think. I have to like figure it out. Yeah, you just feel like if you won't hold on to this situation or person, you'll be just like a loser, something like that, this kind of like mindset. Like, for example, someone maybe cheated on you and now you are like super heartbroken and angry at them, and you just like keep holding on to them and you just can't forgive them for that and just move on with your life, because you feel like if you like let go of it and you just let them kind of slide with it, it will mean like maybe you are not really mad at them or whatever like that, but forgiveness and moving on is not really about them but about you and you kind of moving on and being happy without them, by you kind of being angry at them, you're kind of like, or at the situation, it doesn't have to be person, you're just basically like giving your energy away, and that's why you'll be just like super tired. And as I said, there's this need of constant protection, like or fighting, like you have to do something, to kind of protect yourself, or prove something. Yeah, it's like you have to prove something to them or to yourself, you know, or to others. Yeah, and yeah, I just kind of see like being really heartbroken, or just feel like just hurt, and there's just like you're just like mentally drained out and hurt and all of that, you know. It's like you constantly being ready to fight for it, and you're just so tired inside, but you just like your ego is still telling you to go, because the source of it all is still ego, you know. And we have a Three of Pentacles. Okay, yes, I said it's like this proving to someone. It's like you're trying to prove to yourself, to the situation or person, and to all of the people around you that, you know, I don't know even what you're trying to prove, but there's something you're trying to prove to them, to yourself, to the situation, you know. You're trying to just like pass something, you know, like prove something, like fight for something. So you kind of so you will kind of seem like you, I don't know, like it really hurt you, you know. You just want to maybe prove your pain or something like that. It might be about anything really. It's kind of this type of behavior, you know. But it's very like there's a lot of ego in this situation in the month of November for you, Taurus. There's a lot of kind of like proving and showing yourself off in front of everyone, in front of others, you know, like trying to maybe work for acceptance. And yeah, and we have King of Swords reversed. It's like, yeah, it's like you being like angry and trying to like control the situation, and you know, like being this type of angry walking ball of anger or whatever, you know. Like very like bossy, controlling energy, you know, in like very bad way, like aggressive way. Like, yeah, that's the word, like aggressive way. With this Devil reverse, oh my god, I just kind of see like a revenge, you know, like fighting, like proving something, like just holding on to something, you know, Taurus. So not such a great energy. But let's see what else is there. And yeah, we have Judgment. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, I kind of get feeling like, as I said, there's just like this lack of forgiveness, okay? But I kind of get feeling some of you might actually forgive this person in the month of November, okay? In some, maybe in the middle or at the end, but some of you might have this realization that this is maybe not worth it, okay? But not maybe all of you. Let me get more clarification on that. November for Taurus. And we have the Tower reversed. Yeah, that's basically this energy, you know, like not being able to get over this, you know, like holding on to the past and this past thing, and kind of letting this past still affect you in the future, in the present, you know, like still being affected because you kind of let it affect you, you know. Like instead of like moving on and just, you're still like holding on and keep kind of, you know, it's just not worth it to kind of keep holding on to this, because it's not this this behavior is not kind of like helping you, but it's only like satisfying your ego. And the most damage you make to yourself in this situation by holding on to this, you know what I mean. But yeah, let's see. November, the World. Okay, Let's see. November for Taurus. November for Taurus. Yeah, it's just like you can't seem to see the full picture. You're just like so focused on this thing, but it is like sucking you in. You understand? It's like the whole world is turning around this anger of yours and this heartbreak and your need to kind of prove something. Like your whole focus, your whole world right now is this thing and the fact that you have to be angry or like make this revenge, you know? Okay, but what else is there? We have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, it's like telling me like you're still holding on to the memories. Okay, like you feel like you got maybe tricked. Okay, like you did something, you committed to this situation or this person, and now you're kind of left with this kind of sign of commitment on you, and you feel kind of stupid about this, you know? You feel kind of like someone tricked you into this, and now you're left kind of feeling like a fool for that, you know? You feel kind of stupid for kind of letting yourself commit to this, you know, and be left with nothing now, or with the being hurt, you know. Okay, but let's see. November. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's kind of like needing something, you know, like having this lack of something and trying to kind of, you know, how to kind of interpret this. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like you feel like you are left on the ice and now you have to like do some brave things and kind of fight for what is left, because this situation or this person is all that you are left with, and now that they left you on ice, you have to keep fighting for it, like to the end, you know, because that's all that you're left with. You kind of feel that way, you know? Like yeah, what I'm getting is kind of the word needy, you know? Like you will be needy, Taurus, in the month of November. You'll be needy, you'll be still going back to this because you'll be needy and you won't be, maybe you can't find, I can't get feeling like for most of you it's just like about relationship or friendship, something with people, not necessary, but I would interpret this in the way like, now that you are left on ice, you know, like you are left alone, you don't feel maybe self-sufficient enough, and you just feel like you have to go back because you can't find in yourself what you kind of had in this relationship, for example, you know, something like that, you know. You just feel like you're left on ice and now you just have to focus around this thing and about fighting for it or about revenge or whatever, you know. Yeah, I guess the message is pretty clear, you know, but let's get some clarification on that. Taurus, November for Taurus, November for Taurus, November for Taurus. What's going on? November for Taurus. Okay. Yeah, and we have the Three of Swords reversed and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so yeah, it's like basically you kind of being I would say even like obsessed. Yeah, like that's the word, like being obsessed with it, you know? Like this heartbreak and all of that is kind of making you work on this anger and kind of like not work on anger, but like become more and more angry, you know, and like keep planning on this revenge or whatever it is, you know? Yeah. I just get like really dark vibes. Like very being obsessed and like this need for revenge on someone or something, you know? Also, it might be not for all of you. For I kind of get like the half of you even might actually, as I said, come to the conclusion that like it's better to kind of forgive and just let go, you know, move on with life. And I feel like you'll be just like seeing like there's a whole world around you, you know, that you have, and you don't have to focus on this thing anymore because it's not worth it. And you just like keeping only the memories of it and like moving on, like treating it more like a memory rather than something you have to fight or prove to, you know. And you'll be just like left with nothing, and you'll be just like moving to look for some new resources, you know, if I say this right. Resources, okay? And you'll be just like moving to the new place where you can gain this thing you had from this, you know? And it will kind of like motivate you to work and, you know, like accomplish some things, you know? So I'm kind of getting like two different energies from that reading. Like the half of you might be like keep pushing with this anger, and the other half of you might actually like, you know, move on with life in the good direction. So it really depends, you know, but it doesn't change the fact like at the beginning all of you were just like, you know, in this anger and heartbreak and, you know, like this I just need like all of you have to like seriously let go, because it's kind of draining you out. And like this card is kind of telling me about like mental illness stuff, like as I said, being obsessed, stuff like that. Like there's a whole world around you and you don't have to focus on those things, you know, like that's not the point. Okay, let's get a keyword. Taurus in November. November for Taurus. What's the energy? November for Taurus. November for Taurus. November for Taurus. Okay, and it's Guardian Angel. Okay. I kind of get a feeling like you'll be trying to, as I said, there's out of kind of protection, you know, like fighting for something, trying to prove something, or trying to defend yourself, you know, in many ways. And I kind of get a feeling like your ego will be, as I said, controlling it, and you just will not let your, I mean, half of you at least will not let your kind of higher self take care of the situation, just let go, you know? Yeah, let's get one more keyword for November for Taurus. November for Taurus. And we have the truth, okay? Yeah, still kind of get the energy of an ego, you know, and kind of seeing the truth. This judgment, there's this kind of realization for some of you coming, you know. Not for all of you, or some of you might not even notice it or use it, you know. Like there's some realization coming, as I said. As I said, it might be even the truth about this person kind of leaving you on ice or hurting you, you know. Like there's this kind of like painful experience, like being hurt, disappointed in something, and just like this need for revenge, for aggression, kind of, you know. And I feel like half of you will react in a different way and the other half in a different way, you know. So it really depends. But there's really like this energy of not being able to get over this, you know, like trying to prove something, you know. Either way, let's get some overall energy. November energy for Taurus. November energy for Taurus. And we have spirituality reversed. So it's kind of like, as I said, some of you might listen to your higher self, but some of you might not, you know. It's like, as I said, half of you will do one thing, half of you will do other thing. It's kind of, I kind of get a feeling some of you will listen to your ego and some of you might listen to your intuition and just let go, you know. So it really depends, you know, on each one of you. And let's get some advice, message for you, Taurus, for the month of November. Okay. Message, advice for Taurus in November. What's the message? Ooh. Okay. So we have big happy changes. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of changes because I kind of get a feeling like for some of you those bad things might happen at the beginning of November, you know? Like, as I said, for example, like I get some cheating or, you know, someone just leaving you on the ice or hurting you, you know? Some shady things, like really not nice things, you know? But I kind of get a feeling like, once you let go, there's a better future kind of awaiting you, you know? Like, once you will kind of see this whole new world that you didn't knew before, you know? It might really change your life, you know? Either way, big happy changes coming if you let go, okay? Within a few weeks, okay? So something within a few weeks. Big happy changes. But yeah, I kind of get a feeling like most of you, sooner or later will kind of like let go either way and forgive. Like, I mean, not forgive, not all of you might forgive, but most of you might forgive and just move on, you know? Like, you'll move on to kind of like see the rest of the world, you know? That is kind of awaiting you and you maybe didn't notice before, you know? And you just leave the past behind as a memory, you know? Yeah, okay, I guess that's it. So, yeah, okay, so I guess that's it, Taurus. So, I hope the reading resonated. If it did, then let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate this. If you like the video, leave a like, and if you wanna see my face a few times a month, then subscribe. And I guess that's it. So thank you so much for watching and take care. Have a great month.